Okay. Hello everybody, my name is Running Man. I hope you guys are having a swell time saying all good things. Yes, of course. I know it's been 2 years, and you're probably asking yourself, why the hell did Ahnold make a goddamn Ghost Recon tutorial video? When he hasn't made a goddamn video in over 2 goddamn years. Now I agree. I know it was rather strange. But legit, you have no idea how ridiculous it was to not find a single video or post even on Reddit to tell you how to fix that goddamn controller on that goddamn game. I was losing my goddamn mind. Okay, anyways. Couldn't effing find anything info about it, so I fixed it. Best believe I make a fucking video about that and get them views. Yes, sir. Anyways, so the real reason why you guys are probably here because you guys obviously want to know what's going on with me and what the fuck happened. Because if you guys have been following my Twitter, which you guys should totally be following, in case you haven't been, shameless plug. But yes, all that shit's down in the description below, by the way. Check it out. It's worth your time. I swear to God. How to begin the story? That's kind of hard because I don't really know if I want to read from the script, because reading from the script I sound like a goddamn robot. So, I mean, one morning is like any other regular morning. You know, you wake up, get ready for work and stuff like that. But for me, it was different. I felt this terrible and increasingly terrible fucking pain in my stomach. It was so bad. But here's the thing. I have these episodes usually on routine, like every once in a while throughout the year. So it was pretty manageable, at least I thought. So this time, it started getting worse and worse and then more worse. So every 15 minutes, it was just getting crazy and more crazy, and I just couldn't take it anymore. Finally, I got convinced to go to the emergency room closest to me. And let me tell you, that was the most fastest drive of my entire life. So got there, find out I may or may not have gallstones. They were talking about it, and the way I was describing it, that's his best, hypothesis of what was happening to me. So they were telling me, you need to go to the hospital right away and you need to find out what's going on, because worst case scenario, they need to operate on you right away to take out those things. So I drive all the way to the nearest hospital, and this is like about 2 miles away. I get on the freeway and I feel every single bump in that road. Like, no joke. I'm feeling every single goddamn fucking bump. And in that drive, I'm driving so fast. Luckily, there was no cops to catch me, because goddamn it, if I was stopped at any point in time, I would probably die. Probably die from the pain, because it was just so severe. I get to the hospital, and the lady talks to me. She takes my blood pressure and stuff like that. She goes, "This is crazy. What's going on with you?" And I'm like, I'm in a lot of pain, trying to explain to her what's going on. And she says, "All right, I need you to wait in the waiting room. We'll call your number," and then blah, blah, blah. I'm waiting for about an hour and a half. I am like holding my stomach. I look like I have explosive diarrhea, right? And I'm like about to explode, basically. But that's not the case, because nothing was coming out. But I digress. Okay, moving on. I was as calm as possible, mind you. I'm being as calm as I possibly can, because I really don't want to put the nurses in those type of shoes. I don't want to be that guy that's yelling about, like, "I need fucking help." I don't want to be that guy. I hate those type of people, and I understand why people hate those type of people, especially the nurses. Just doesn't make life easy at all. So, being polite as I possibly can, being in excruciating pain as I am, an hour and a half comes by. They admit me finally. Take so much of my blood. I start to freak out. Usually, I don't really freak out that much about them taking my blood, because needles don't really scare me. But, Jesus, dude, this tube was fucking huge, and when he stuck me, it was like, and then in. I was just like, what the fuck? And he was like, "I'm the best thing at this." I'm like, all right, dog. Are you like the Neo of blood taking surgery or some shit like that? I don't know. He was pretty bragging about it. It was funny. They took my blood in this giant tube. I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, I can feel it like coming out of my body, and I'm just like, I'm not okay, and I'm getting nauseous because I didn't eat anything. I didn't drink anything prior to going to the hospital, and honestly, it was a good thing I didn't do that. So they take my blood, they go through the process, and they find out that it is indeed gallstones, and they have to operate. So they put me on a bed, transfer me to my own room, pump me full of fucking drugs, and good thing too, because God, dude, it was painful. And yes, the pain meds did help, but they helped and they also made it worse because once those pain meds went away, it was not a fun experience. I was very, very temperamental, and I just, not towards the nurses, obviously, but in my own head, like, I was just not having it, like, sane-wise. I was just not mentally stable. So they go through the process, and they walk me through it again while I'm on fucking drugs, and they're explaining to me further, because apparently, not only did I have gallstones, I also had pancreatitis. How they found this out was my lipase levels was over 14,000, which, quick rundown of what's going on there, is that people come into the hospital with at least 300 or less than that, you know. They come in with less of 300, basically, and that tells the doctors that they need to be operated on and they need to be, you know, admitted right away. But mine was 14,000. 14,000. A freaking Vegeta meme, like 14,000. Like, it was crazy. So they told me that I was such an extremely rare case that not only did I have gallstones, I had pancreatitis. I already mentioned that before, but I'm just saying that for effect. Anyways, I hope it worked. Anyways, so they had to wait for me to basically have my pancreas, because it was swollen as fuck. They had to basically wear that down until they could actually go in and operate on me, because it'd be too dangerous to operate right then and there. Otherwise, they would. So they had to wait. So 4 days. 4 effing long days of on pain meds and on IV. No water, no food, nothing. I had 4 days of no food, no water, man. And my God, I don't wish this on anybody. It was just not a good thing at all. So 4 days pass, finally. And I get to, like, take a little sip of water. Not really, but that's about it. So I get to my surgery day, big day. And they operate on me. And they before surgery, they explained to me that the anesthesia is going to kick in and you're not going to remember a thing. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. Like, people make stories about this shit, man. You know, they make stories like, I went to hell under anesthesia and stuff like that. I was like, man, what am I going to experience? Am I going to experience demons and shit or something? I don't know. They put me under, and literally seconds before, I feel like a bus hit me. And I wake up, and it's literally that Fallout 3 intro scene. Like, the light and everything, it literally looks like that. Like I even hear the sound. It's weird. I even hear, like, the sound it makes when the person wakes up in Fallout 3. And, like, Liam Neeson's going to talk or something like that. I thought Liam Neeson was going to legit talk and say something. It was crazy. So surreal. But, seriously, that is the one surreal experience I will never experience in my entire life, because it was just seconds, you know. It was crazy. Once all that's done, I look at my stomach and I see the bandages. That I didn't get to see the staples yet because, yeah, but they told me I had staples and I didn't know how much I'd had yet. So all I could see was just the bandages on my stomach, and it looked. Just, if you guys want to know what it looks like, just look up laparoscopic cholecystectomy. That's the thing that happened to me. Laparoscopic cholecystectomy. I'll try to type that out as best I can on the video. But that's what happened. And so they asked me questions, making sure I remember my name, remember my birthday, and stuff like that, of course, because that's protocol. They have to do that. And yeah. So I got sent back to my room. I got pumped with even more drugs and got sent home the day after. Got to finally eat, by the way, and water was literally on the number one thing on that list to drink, mostly. And the food at the hospital was horrible. Honestly, it did nothing for me. The only thing I wanted was applesauce and water. That was all I wanted, and that's all I ate. But it was good. Nonetheless, water was amazing. Water was like the greatest thing of my entire life. It felt like I'd never had water ever. Like, it was crazy. And so got sent home day after, you know. When I got home, it wasn't a good thing. It felt weird, really. I got super depressed on the drive home. Obviously, I wasn't driving. My sister had to drive the car. And it was just dude, I got really depressed, got really temperamental, didn't really want to talk to anybody, didn't really want to talk to, like, didn't really want to talk in general, I just didn't want to talk about it at all. And I think that's mostly just because of the fucking drugs, like the withdrawal from them, and just the amazing amount of care that I got from the hospital too. Like, I just stopped getting that, and that's probably what added to the angry issues and stuff like that. Because it's a different environment, at the doctors. You're constantly being cared for. You're constantly being, asked and making sure you're okay and stuff like that, and interviewed and stuff like that. So when I got home, I didn't feel right. It didn't feel okay. The first night I slept at home, I had these fucking horrible nightmares. Like, started hallucinating like that fucking movie, what's it called, The Number 23 with Jim Carrey in it. It was, and I guess best reference is if you guys have heard of that game called Agony. It literally felt like that. Like, I was going through a tunnel of just like weird shit going on, like disgusting shit. I started seeing like symbols and shit. It was weird. I don't even fucking know. It was an awful experience. And yeah, don't want to go through that again. So a week pretty much of that happening, finally. About, I want to say 28 days, about a week. Yeah, 28 days. 28 days later, funny enough, 28 days later, I got my staples out finally, and oh my, what a relief, dude. Like, I was able to move again. I was able to breathe properly again. I was able to sit upright. I was able to lean back and not have to like feel like, I was pulling something. Because the thing is, that entire like time I was recovering when I had the staples in, it didn't allow me to like sit up straight. It didn't allow me to like, lay down the way I wanted to lay down. I couldn't lay down on my side. It was just, I couldn't be comfortable in any position whatsoever to like sit down and just be comfortable. Couldn't do it, Couldn't watch a movie in peace. Couldn't play games in peace. I mean, God, like, it was just horrible, dude. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. It was just not a good thing. Ugh. And it sucks because when you go through surgery and you get home and you're supposed to like recover, you're not really recovering. You're basically trying to piece yourself back together, kind of. It's because it felt like a piece of me was just gone. And that's funny enough. That's exactly what happened. But that's kind of what it felt like, And when they finally got out, God, felt good. Felt good, man. Shockingly enough, I lost so much goddamn weight just because I wasn't eating. And, well, once you get gallbladder removal, you will lose weight regardless, because it fucks with your entire, like, stomach. Today, this is about, I want to say, 30 days? 30 days since my surgery, I think. I feel good, man. I feel good. I'm able to make videos, It's shocking that I have this motivation, too, and to do all this stuff again, because it's like, dude, like, the only thing keeping me sane that entire time at the hospital was, like, Twitter and Discord and my family. Like, all those three things combined was, like, the only thing keeping me sane, like, keeping me intact, rather than being a fucking mess, I had people there, had people talking to me on Discord, had people talking to me on Twitter and stuff like that, and keeping me through it, because, like, they've also been experienced stuff like that, too, and hearing their side of the story and stuff like that helped me out a lot. And you guys know who you are. Thank you so much, by the way. It helped out a lot. And if you guys haven't or aren't already, shameless plug, check out my Twitter, because I've been posting all that shit there. And yeah, if you guys want to see the photos of what happened, I definitely have that up. Definitely not of the actual surgery, of course, because I was out like a light. Once I started feeling better, strangely enough, I actually got super fucking motivated to do this stuff, like YouTube and Twitch. I forgot how fucking amazing it feels to do my voices again, I'll do the Optimus Prime and stuff like that. My voice is not really up right now because it's late and I've been doing it too much, but because I have been streaming lately. And yeah, dude, it just feels good to be back, kind of, it feels good to start it all up again. And it sucks, though, because this is going to be short-lived, most likely. Because once work comes around, that's going to be on the 20th, it's going to be really hard to really do this again. because, work is, at least my job anyway, is very energy consuming. Like, I honestly don't know how regular YouTubers are able to do a job full time and do YouTube full time, or even Twitch full time, if that's the case. Like, I'm trying to do it and think through the math. Like, what the hell are they doing to have that amount of energy to do all that and not go psycho? Maybe they are going psycho. I mean, a lot of them do talk about that, but where the fuck do they find the time or have the space to do it all? I just don't know. But I guess I'm gonna find out. Because I want to keep this up. This is fun. It makes me feel better. This makes my depression go away tenfold. So this is definitely something I want to keep doing. So here's to that, you guys. And by the way, I have merch. Yep, that's right, my good sirs. I have merch. I have been spending my good time grinding away on Twitch and also using my time, recovery time, to work on merch. And I have made merch and it looks good. I love it. The mugs came out great. Sort of the Tay-tops, they look awesome. And especially the mug though, it's really, really fucking cool. I use it and it looks cool. So I hope you guys want to go check that out. By the way, description box has all the info you guys need. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this little history I had here of what's been going on. But my name is Unrunning Man. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. So if today was your birthday today, or any other day I don't decide to upload on this channel, then of course, happy freaking birthday. Autobots, transform and roll out.